Welcome, Transformer fans. My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review will be on the Transformers Cyberverse Ultra Class Clobber. And here she is in her alt mode, which is not, I repeat, not a Cybertronian tank. This is, in fact, referred to as a Cybertronian bomber craft. So this thing flies. I just want all of you to take a good long look at this. This is supposed to be a flying vehicle. Yeah, it has the wings, but how can you stand there and tell me this is supposed to be a flying vehicle? This clearly looks like a tank. But yes, this is supposed to be a Cybertronian bomber craft and not a tank. So yeah, here it is. I don't particularly like it. I mean, it's like okay. But I consider it to be like the weakest of the weaker of the two modes. But anyway, here it is. It's okay. It gets the job done. So now on to the transformation. Cyberverse Ultra Class. And the transformation is pretty simple. Just separate here. Straighten out to the claw hands. And then you separate this. And then here's the interesting part. You rotate the waist here. You rotate, oh no, before you do that, hold on. You do separate, you do pull this piece down, you then come up here, flip this up, I forgot about this. You flip these pieces up, which gives you clearance to rotate. And then you put it back. But here's the thing, once you rotate and you pull this into place here, it locks in, so Clobber here does not have waist articulation outside of that transformation. Just letting you know now. You bring this down and it'll click into place. Straighten out the legs, also click into place. Straighten out. And let me just lift up my camera a little bit. Then you come back here and take out this cannon, which will then form her weapon, but I'll set it aside later. And here she is in her robot mode. And this is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, I actually really like this robot mode quite a bit. And if anyone's seen Transformers animated, you can tell what she is supposed to look like, who she's supposed to look like, which I'll get to later. But yeah, here it is. Here's the head sculpt. Pretty nice, pretty cool. Articulation, arms can rotate in out, basically a ball joint. Bend at the elbow, swivel at the elbow as well. A little bit of a wrist swivel, although it's very stiff on my figure. The legs can go all around, like so. It's also on a ball joint. You can go out that far. Bend at the knee, no swivel, and a little bit of up and down on the foot if you really push it. So yeah, that's it for articulation. Not that much, though I find it to, but it is leagues better than her other Ultra Class, what's it called? Than her Ultra Class, than the other figures in her wave. She has a lot more articulation than the other ones who basically, I think, just move their arms a little bit. So yeah. That's pretty much it for her weapon. She has this cannon, which you just plug into her hand, into either one. And now she has a cannon. She's holding a cannon. That's about it. This is a fairly straightforward figure. Now, she does have a new sort of feature that's in this sort of version of the Ultra Class, which is called energon armor. So how you initiate this is by pushing this piece up. When you push it up, hold on, there we go. When you push it down, there we go. When you push it down, when you push this down, the energon armor will activate, which is like this. And boom. And that's pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't click, it just sort of flops there. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool looking, not gonna lie. And I think my favorite part about it is that it doesn't interfere with like the rest of the figure, it's just there. And to put it back, you just open this up, bring this up, fold it up like so, and then close it back up. And then you can just do it again. It's It's pretty fun. Also, it's got nice bits of details. I like little energy spikes here. Very cool. Very cool. I like it. Gimmick's fine. I don't mind gimmicks and features if they don't interfere with articulation, which this, for the most part, doesn't really do that. So yeah, that's Clobber. Overall, pretty solid figure. I consider her to be so far the best one out of her wave of this this version of the Ultra class for Cyberverse. She's the best one in my opinion since she has actual articulation unlike her other wave mates. So now on to size comparisons. She is bigger than a deluxe, yet I think a little slightly smaller than a standard Voyager. Or slightly, it actually is smaller than a standard Voyager. At least what I consider to be a standard Voyager. And that's about it. Overall, pretty solid figure. She's a pretty cool figure. Now, onto the history. Clobber here is just a female Decepticon that works for there's a female Decepticon in the show Transformers Cyberverse. I personally have not seen the show, so I don't know too much about it. But I find that what's very interesting about her is sort of her inception. As you can tell from her design, she is based off, if not supposed to be, a reimagining of Lugnut, who was the loyal Decepticon in the show Transformers Animated. So yeah, but for some reason, instead of calling her Lugnut, according to what I read, Hasbro didn't like the name Lugnut being attached to a female character, so they just changed it to Clobber for whatever the reason. And it's fine, I guess, but it's so weird looking at this figure and calling it Clobber instead of just Lugnut. I see so much of Lugnut in here that it's just weird. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So overall, pretty nice figure. Pretty nice figure from the Cyberverse line. I find that line has its ups and downs, and this is definitely one of the ups. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers Cyberverse Ultra Class Clobber. This is Composite Enerjoe signing out. Peace out.